Well, happy 119th Congress Day. 119th, that's a lot, ain't it? That's a lot of Congress that don't never do anything to help the American people, I'll tell you that. But hey, good news for this 119th Congress. If they pass one single piece of legislation to benefit the American people, then they would have done better than the 118th Congress did, because that Congress did the least since the Great Depression. Now, they had a bunch of witch hunts and stuff that never came to anything at all. I mean, what happened to the Biden crime family? Where's all these prosecutions and stuff? It's almost like that wasn't nothing but a political witch hunt, huh? But anyway, like I said, if they just passed one piece of legislation to benefit the American people, then they did better than the 118th Congress. Republicans run this House of Representatives, and the last one. See, because ignorant people go out and reelect Republicans again because, well, that's because their preachers tell them that's the right thing to do, or because their family says, well, you country, so therefore you vote Republican. Hey, this ain't your grandpappy's Republican Party. Hadn't been for a long time, okay? These people are fascist. These people look out for billionaires is what they do, all right? They don't care about us. Republicans do not. Now, I know that you wouldn't know that because you watch your Fox Newses and you listen to multi-millionaires on the radios like the Sean Hannitys that tell you what you should be thinking, or you get your information from some guy on the telegrams or from the Twitters or the X's or the Rumbles or wherever you get it at, the Daily Caller or the Breitbarts or whatever. They're not telling you the truth. They're not. They have no interest in telling you the truth. Otherwise, you wouldn't vote for Republicans. Hey, but you've got an opportunity right here, though, since this fresh, new 119th Congress is starting. You know, you've got the interwebs, don't you? You do. I know you do, because you're looking at me right now. So what you can do is get on there and type in that little address bar, house.gov. That is HOUSE.gov. No, that's G-O-V, not G-U-V. That might be where you've been messing up all this time. No, it's G-O-V, like government. If you go there, it tells you what the House schedule is every day. You can look up individual bills that they're talking about and debating. You can look up committees and look at other things that they're talking about doing. You can even find out that during this 118th Congress that there were literally hundreds of pieces of legislation drafted by Democrats to benefit the American people, like anti-price gouging bills and stuff like that to get our prices back down. Those bills never got to see the light of day because the House of Representatives is controlled by Republicans. And let me go ahead and tell you how that Republican-held House of Representatives works, okay? Back whenever Democrats had the majority in the House of Representatives and Donald Trump was pretending he was president still, on more than 13 different occasions, Democrats drafted legislation to benefit veterans. Clean legislation to benefit veterans. Every time they did that, Republicans would come along and introduce amendments into those bills, like anti-abortion amendments and things like that, to intentionally poison those bills so that Democrats would have to vote against their own legislation. Republicans poisoned those bills on purpose so that the Democrats would not get a win, what they perceive as a win. So if the Democrats were able to pass that legislation and people said, wait a minute, the Democrats did something to help the American people, then they might vote for Democrats. So Republicans said, we don't want that to happen. Screw the American people. As long as the Democrats don't get a win, then we do. We can just lie to people and say the Democrats don't do nothing to help nobody. Now, where did that Republican legislation come after that? To help veterans? It didn't ever surface. It never existed because Republicans don't care about people. They care about their rich buddies and themselves. It's time you learn that. So go to house.gov during this 119th Congress and pay attention to what's going on in there. Now, it's real easy to do. You can take those bills nowadays. Let's say H.R. 1. That would be House Resolution 1. You can copy that text and put it into ChatGPT and tell it to summarize it for you. Break it down into bullet points. Put it in layman's terms where you can understand it. So pay attention this time. Don't be relying on the Fox Newses to tell you the truth, because they're not going to do that. All right? So don't make an idiot of yourself again and go out spewing a bunch of lies about how Democrats don't want to do nothing to help the American people whenever it's Republicans in charge of Congress, okay? Inmate Trump.